Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on, Wednesday, the 3rd of March. So, just to remind you, today, tomorrow, we've got 2 free days running in our live trading room. So, if you haven't signed up and you want to sign up, the best thing now is probably to send an email to sam@easytrader.com and she will give you a link. Okay, let's get on and look at what we've got due out today. So we do have some data out today. We've got the budget, the UK budget, coming up this afternoon. So this normally follows the Prime Minister's question time, so that's due out later. I'm not too sure of the absolute timings for that, but aside of that, at 1:15 we've got ADP non-farm employment change. Now that is the lighter number that comes out in the week before the non-farms on Friday. Sometimes we get a bit of action kicking around that, so it's as useful as a chocolate teapot, to be quite honest, in terms of its numbers, but there we are. We may get a bit of action, and then we've got services PMI, US services PMI at 3 o'clock. So they're the main ones in our normal trading session. So looking elsewhere, then it's really just looking at the technicals as ever. So let's have a look at the technicals. Starting off, euro dollar. Then yesterday, the euro actually managed quite a reverse here. So much for me thinking it was going to sell off quite a bit more. It just did not do it yesterday, and found some support and bounce. So there we go. It's looking like well, we could see a continuation. We've still got the weekly pivot untouched above. Lots of moving averages if it's going to get through this. It could break up. It's been very flat through the Asian session for most of the time. This current hour, it's a bit choppy at the moment. You can see we've got about 20 pip or 30 pip, 30 pip I think, candles sitting there. So it's after all that consolidation, we've seen the sort of the break to the upside early on. Whether this will continue, well, we'll have to wait and see. It's very distrusting of early candles, but it's as I said, there are a couple of targets where that weekly pivot sitting above. It might just run up into that and then turn over. If it hasn't got the legs to run over, maybe the short side with the daily pivot to the downside would be a better option. Very difficult one at this stage to work out which way it's going to go, to be fair. The pound also gaining a little bit overnight here, and yesterday again, positive day there. Could end up more positive in the bigger scheme of things. It's just on the shorter time frames come down here, put higher low in with this move, and well, we'll see what the budget does to this. It could have an effect on it. Of course, we've had some details prior to the news coming out, but well, it's say erring towards that sort of bullish side at this stage. It's got an untouched daily pivot below, which could be a draw. As long as it's going at the moment, it's as I say, looking bullish, and a weekly pivot to be tacked as well. So erring to the upside maybe with that higher low. The dollar yen gain yesterday for this dollar gained a bit on the the yen gained a bit on the dollar, even get the right way around here. So the dollar falling back a little bit on there, but not massively, already pushing back up at this stage. Personally, I wouldn't mind seeing a bit more of a retracement on this yen. It's looking a bit iffy as I come down to this 60-minute time frame, and I do wonder, well, maybe it'll get that wish in terms of it pushing off, but it's not got much in the way of movement in this. It's really quite a light moving market at the moment, so I don't really trust it. But if you were looking, you can't even really work out where you're going to be buying into at the moment. Maybe that 4-hourly 21 or something in that region, but it's been, as I say, quite thin. Aussie dollar. Now the Aussie dollar picked up on Monday, didn't make a new low there. It's always been erring more on the stronger side of things. Pushed up, even though we've seen commodity prices chip off a little bit, but the dollar, Aussie dollar, continued its route here into some key moving averages at the moment, 34. But if you just look at that 50, it's still kicking up a little bit, and I just think, well, higher lows high highs coming through on this current price action. Maybe it has got some more legs. If you were looking on the short side, I would be drawing a trend line across these lows between the 26th there, the late one there on the 26th, and the second and third yesterday's candles, and looking for a break of that. Otherwise it could just be pulling back to give another push. So still looking maybe on the upper side there. Canadian dollar, US dollar, Canadian dollar. Again, Monday, it never in commodity currencies and have just done a little bit better in working their way back south in this one. In this case, so dollar weakening here against the commodity currencies. Right, where to? Well, this actually is possibly, with the lower highs coming through here, may have even more potential for further downside. It has got a daily pivot above. It is very early in the day. We see so many switchbacks at the moment, but with the lower highs coming through here, my thoughts are that we may just get a continuation to the downside on the Canadian dollar. New Zealand dollar, very briefly then, again, well, pushing up at the moment. It's a bit more rangy. If I was looking for the long against the dollar, US dollar, I don't think it would be this one at the moment. It's struggling into its weekly pivot, just looking much softer. Yep, I'll just stay clear of that. Okay, or be on the look. If you're looking for the short side, maybe there it is. Right. Let's just have a look. S&Ps. S&Ps, well, looking at after Monday's move up there, Tuesday's giving it back a little bit, but there's so much going on between the Fed and everything. The Fed seems to say is we're not going to do anything. We're not worried about the inflation. Yes, it will push up higher, etc., but we're not worried it will push back down, and it's not really easy in the market that much. We're sort of sitting there. We're still waiting to see what happens with the fiscal stimulus. It's still not been approved, and all of these things just hang on these markets at this stage. And well, chop is probably the most likely outcome of this. A break of there's a trend line on this 4-hourly here. Break of those highs may just see it pushing back towards the highs, and we may get back into that sort of move of excitement of new highs every other day then. But for now, sluggish, as I said. It's just consolidating where it is. They're really needing something more of a guidance. Gold was selling off when I was looking first thing yesterday, but managed a bit of a bounce here, but dropping in early trading this morning. Hand railing its 4-hourly 21 doesn't look strong with the lower highs coming through here. Looks weak. It may be there's a trend line to be drawn across here. Wait for the break, really. Just not doing too much here at all at this stage. And I mean, it's just consolidating around the lows, and this is sort of really bear flaggish sort of territory still. I really don't like the look of that at the moment for the upside. Oil, people are starting to catch up on oil. Look, yesterday it did take a breakdown, not below that 21 yet though, but sitting bang into just about around the monthly pivot there as well. Lower highs, lower lows coming through here. Maybe a bit of divergence on the RSI here. Yep, there we are. Bit of RSI divergence into that, but with those lower highs, lower lows, to me it's maybe sell on the retrace. Anything more of a bounce there. Just be looking for resistance into a key moving average, maybe a 21 there, and then that may give an opportunity now. Okay, that's pretty much it for me. I'm going to wish you a great day. As I say, we're today, tomorrow, I've got 2 days in our trading room. If you want to join us, you may just need to email sam@easytrader.com now to get your name on the list, and she will send you a link. Okay, have a great day. That's it for me. Bye for now.